Ready? Hey, kids, and welcome to our podcast.
Where it's just two girls just talking about being bros.
Honestly, except
hello.
we got a bro.
What's up? Oh, is they gonna be seeing me?
Yeah, they're gonna see you this time.
Yeah.
Oh shit. What's poppin'?
Why are you nervous?
You gonna
I'm not
introduce
nervous.
yourself?
Oh, my name's Augustus. I've been on this podcast several times. Features a lot. Used to, not anymore.
Nope. Yeah, he's been here from the beginning.
Yeah,
mainly because he's my brother. But, and we share a basement.
No.
But he's been on the podcast twice before.
3 times.
Twice.
Today?
No, twice if it. 3 times today. And we should have found like the clips of him and got him to react to himself.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, idiot. You should have done that.
Oh well, next time.
No, but that would include having to look at
other things.
those clips, and I'm not.
No, yeah, I like to edit the podcast, post it, never listen to it again.
Yeah.
That's the,
Yeah,
Fair,
I've never
it
listened to one myself.
I usually watch them at once, and then that's enough.
Yeah.
And I just cringe at myself the entire time.
Oh, same. I listened to when we were looking for our trivia video, which Augutus is in. Go check it out on our YouTube channel right now.
Yep. No.
But when we were looking for questions for that, we went back and looked at some of our old podcasts, and just our voices, just in general, what we were talking about,
I sounded like a fetus.
Yeah.
You were.
You were, yeah, literally. No, literally, I got a Snapchat remember the other day of him 2 years ago, and he looks like a completely different person.
Pop it up on screen.
I'll pop it up on screen right now.
I'll make you do work. I'll be making the thumbnail for this video. I'm the thumbnail maker of 2GirlsBeingBros.
Yeah, so, before we get into your part, follow us on Twitter.
That was the
I
worst.
think we might have to kick her out.
Yeah.
I think it might. Hey guys, so it's me and Augustus back at the podcast.
Yeah, what's happening?
But yeah, follow us on Instagram at 2GirlsBeingBros _, and then on Twitter 2GirlsBeingBros with choose a number.
And make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you're listening right now, go subscribe to our YouTube channel, 2GirlsBeingBros.
Yeah, we're at 62 subscribers right as we record this.
And we want to reach 100 by the end of the year. We upped our goal, baby. Let's go. We're
so if we get 100, I will release a merch design. I'm not sure how much I can do. I'm not sure how many people want it, but I will show you guys my design and see how you guys feel about it.
Make sure
if a single person wants it.
And we're also available on all your favorite podcast apps if you want to listen to on the go, right here.
Yep.
Bam, bam, bam.
But yeah, so Augustus, he's my brother. For those who are new.
I'm 6'3".
No, you're not. You're literally 6 foot.
2.
You said 6'2" with shoes on.
So
that's 6'1" without
you
shoes
expose
on.
yourself, Augustus. You can't do that on live TV.
This is my brother. We're gonna get into our very interesting relationship.
No.
In the depths of the podcast, but yes, he has recently been doing all of our thumbnails.
Yep. Tell me if you like them in the comments.
Give him some pointers what he can.
Nothing better. I'm already the best.
I would say improve on your attitude.
Shut up.
Woo!
Because every time she freaking wants something different, and it makes me so mad. Because she's like,
you literally broke the laptop.
Did I actually break the laptop? I stopped.
Okay, we're back.
Hey, sorry about that.
Yeah. Little technical difficulties, but
Yeah.
without
Some
it wouldn't be a real
smashed
podcast
the table.
without some technical difficulties.
I wonder what idiot smashed the podcast table.
Smash the podcast.
He just hit the podcast off the table.
Yeah. But where were we? Oh, the thumbnails. Yeah, so he does our thumbnails now. It usually ends up in about an hour screaming match between the both of us, but they get done. They look decent, so.
Really good? Are you stupid?
Well, some of them when you listen to me.
Paying for $0.
Yeah. You should be doing it out of the kindness of your heart.
No.
You can't say $0 every time you buy snacks.
Oh.
We give you.
Oh,
Who gave you some
You're
of
out of this.
my pumpkin spice latte today?
You don't have to pay me.
I did.
You know what you pay me in? Nice poses.
Friendship. I
She
know.
has. Oh, we went totally different paths there. She has frizzy hair. You know how hard that is to cut out?
Still. We give you snacks and love.
Exactly. That should be enough.
We appreciate you though.
Yeah,
yes, thank you for your work.
You're welcome.
But please be nicer about it.
Yeah, please pay me.
You're gonna get to Photoshop yourself this time. Isn't that fun?
Yeah, maybe you'll learn a little bit about what it's like being photoshopped.
Yeah.
It's easy.
Well, because look at your head shape.
I'm wearing a hat for the. I forgot to wear a hat today. Shit.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Busted trim.
Busted trim, bro. That's right.
But
Okay,
anyways,
guys, we're just gonna cut to me putting on a hat.
No, you're
No,
not.
just you're in the middle. It's too late.
But before we get into it, we're gonna do our songs of the week and restaurant shoutout of the week.
Oh yes.
Okay, we got a restaurant shoutout of the week. We've ordered from here a couple of times before. Yep.
Funny, I didn't.
Yeah.
Were you pointing to the 2GirlsBeingBros, or were you pointing to someone else? Because I don't know if I was included in that thumb.
You could be.
Huh.
You might. Maybe, you don't know.
So, Nepotism. She loves her family more than me.
Do you know what that means?
Nepotism? I don't know.
Nepotism.
What does that mean?
It means when
Narcissism?
you treat... No, it's when you treat family members above regular people.
Isn't that incest, though?
No, that's when you kiss them.
Okay, so our restaurant shoutout is Makimono Sushi Bar Restaurant. It is located on where is that, you ask? 636 Dixon Road. It is Japanese cuisine.
Oh, I've been there before.
Can you say cuisine properly?
You've been there? Cuisine?
I haven't been there.
Can you say cuisine properly?
Cuisine.
Can you say cuisine?
Cuisine?
Cuisine. Thank you.
Yeah.
Japanese cuisine. He's been there before.
Sure.
We've ordered it from Skip the Dishes, but...
And what about me?
And we're getting it next podcast, live mukbang, so Roxanne
With
can
me?
try.
Can I have some?
But yeah, that's the shout out of this week. Go check them out if you're in Toronto.
Yeah.
Okay, so songs of the week. Roxanne, why don't you go first?
Mine is a brand new song by Justin Bieber and Chance the Rapper. It's called Holy.
Haven't listened to it yet. I'm excited.
It's a slow song, so you might like it. I love Chance the Rapper's voice, and I love Justin Bieber's voice, so there's that. Big fan.
Your song next.
No, your song.
No, your
You're
song.
the guest.
No.
Yeah,
then how did she go first?
Because we go in order from right to left.
Mine's Burn the Hoods by Ski Master Slump God.
Nice.
Pretty nice song.
Pretty
He
nice.
says my name in it, by the way. Look out for that.
Oh.
Damn. Shout out.
Ski God, the slump God is
Nice.
getting you. Slump Dog Ski gives Augustus. What's his name?
Ski Mask.
Ski Mask.
The Slump God.
Slump God.
Is the microphone in your face?
I don't think so. I think when I
Okay.
looked, if I'm here, it shouldn't be.
Okay.
I don't know.
Watch it be in your face the entire podcast.
Stay tuned.
And then Victor, what's your song?
My song of the week is a really fun one because
It's by BTS, I swear.
it is, and I tied it into Augustus. I did "Fake Love" by BTS, and the reason I picked this song. Why don't you say the reason I picked this song, Augustus?
Wow, okay, so my boy, I just call him my music teacher.
Mhm.
Well, so he's like, yo, there's this Asian group, and he was teaching us about music, and then he's like, yo, have you heard this Asian music called K-pop? And I'm like, the frick's K-pop? And then he showed us this song called Fake Love. I was like, I think my sister would like this song. So I went home that day, and she was in her chair. That's now broken because of her. And I connected to the pill, and I'm like, Victory, tell me if you like this song. And then I played it. And I see her on computer. You said you don't like it. She's like, it's okay. That's what she said. It's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah, so she went on her computer, and she searched up their other songs, and she's like, yo, BTS, my fave band. And she can name every single one of their names, and their heights, and their age, and their family members. So, yeah, I know 3 of them. There's Q, Jimin, and J Park.
I don't know where this...
The thing with Augustus,
I don't know how we got here.
yeah,
I don't
the
know
thing
what
with
the point of
Augustus
the
is
story
he tends to speak a lot of like nonsense.
So
How's
why would
that
you let him tell the story?
Because I thought he was gonna say normally.
That's not nonsense.
I mean, there was parts of truth to it, but a lot of
What's
random
nonsense?
stuff.
What's nonsense?
Because it's the entire story. I
That's
didn't get any of
That's
that.
the exact story I memorized.
Okay, so there's that, but yeah, basically, I'll summarize that. As he came home and he's like, listen to this song. I listened to it and I was like, I probably at the time was like, oh, that's not bad. I added it to my playlist. And then I went in a deep dive with them, and you know, we're in too deep now that they're my favorite band ever. So Fake Love by BTS is the first song I heard of them because of this guy. This guy made me like them, which is out of all odds the randomest thing.
Biggest mistake ever.
Well, yeah. But yeah, that's my song of the week. So go check out our playlist at Spotify, link in the description to hear all our songs of the week. But yeah, you had something.
Oh, right. We gotta address the elephant in the room.
Yeah.
My Gab Fest. Guys, okay, seriously though, I don't know if you can see the... Okay, so I don't know where this vest came from, but I want to make sure you guys can see the gap. So this vest has gotten so many mixed reviews. And by mixed reviews, I mean I love it because it's so comfortable, but everyone else says it's really ugly. Like Augustus, I pull up to their house and he's like, you're wearing that to the podcast? Like that vest? Like it's not even just like my outfit because I'm wearing like sweatpants or whatever. It's literally...
It's just the vest.
You're wearing the vest? And then that was another thing. I was like... I was going out with someone and then someone was like, you're wearing that? And I was like...
Not me? Who said that to you?
Yeah, I got roasted by someone else's boyfriend. But hey.
But why are we hating on vests? I mean,
I think it's just, I don't think it's vest. I think
no,
it's
I think it's vests.
vest.
Vests are so, like, they're from, like, the 1940s. Like, they're so old-fashioned.
No, they're in trend now. Vests are, like, in trend this fall.
First of all, it's on trend. First of all. And it's in fashion, so you can't just... You don't get to be ahead of trend by squashing them together. I have not seen the vest trend yet. I simply wear this because I'm cold all the time.
But there's no point because the arms get the coldest in your body.
Not my body.
Roxanne,
my hands are clammy.
Your arms are pure muscle.
Pure muscle.
Victor's arms get cold.
He's in pain from that high five. But yeah, and then I just had to address it because I need to explain myself that I'm cold. So please, I don't work at the Gap. I know this looks like I work at, like, my favorite joke is, like, it looks like I just came home from a long shift at the Gap, and I'm, like, at Victory's house, and I'm like, whew, thanks for picking me up from the Gap.
Yeah, that's what
but
it is.
No.
Like, it's from the Gap as well. It's not a diss. Gap's like a lovely store.
Gap's a lovely store.
When I was in grade 4, that's all I wanted.
What? You've never said that when you were in grade 4.
We're
Yeah,
gonna have to have a conversation after together.
No,
Augustus.
because everyone in my school had a Gap, like the green one. One kid had an orange one, like the zip up that said Gap across, and I thought it was like the Gucci back then. So I was like, but Mom never got me one, but I always wanted one.
Why'd you say?
I told her. She said Gap's ugly. I don't
so it's the entire family that hates my vest. It's not just Augustus. Confirmed.
That's interesting. Well, you have a very interesting fashion sense, so not you, him.
Oh, yo, she should.
She just
I wish the
roasting
podcast
me.
could have seen my outfit today. I had to go make burgers in the backyard, and I sent a snap of my outfit to the boys. I was wearing Dollarama slides, white and green socks. I was wearing baggy, like they look like the Ukrainian pants, like, you know, those red, really baggy ones. I was wearing really baggy pants, a yellow soccer shirt with no team on it, and I was wearing a construction sweater.
Nice.
And that was the perfect fit.
Which was it your construction web sweater and
Yes.
sweatpants?
I'll pop up a picture of this.
Do you have a picture for me to pop up?
I'll just put it on later, and you'll just pop it
Yeah,
on.
gosh, Victory.
Sorry, yeah. Okay.
Like, come on. But yeah, so I had to address that. Also, side note, I had to address the fact that I'm a TA again this semester, and I ran a tutorial, so I obviously have to show my face in the Zoom meeting. And literally immediately the first comment was like, are you in a dorm? Because if you watch one of our podcasts, I have a bunk bed with my sister because, again, we have a 6 people in the house, and me and my sister have to share a room, and otherwise there'd be physically no room for a desk to live stream from. So, and I was like, guys, no, I have to sleep here. And they were like, oh, LMAO, top or bottom? And I was like, guys, literally, guys, like, we're trying to do physics here, but I was like, bottom, but the bed's bigger, so, you know, and they were all like, nice, like, literally, they were typing out in the chat. I was like, thanks, guys.
At least they won't ask me which bunk I'm sleeping in. I sleep on the floor, baby. Like a bed. Without a bunk, you know what I mean? Like a normal
So you
bed.
just sleep on the bottom bunk, technically.
Yeah, but it's not a bunk bed. But bunk beds are...
Metaphorically, every
bunk beds
bed's
are
a bunk.
way-
Every bed's a bunk bed.
Bunk beds are way cooler.
That's what they all said. They were like,
Literally.
bunk beds are cool. And I was like, yeah, when you're a 22-year-old female TA and your students are like,
So
I'm
many
kidding,
people...
I don't care. What? I don't care.
Yeah.
What? What's my sleeping situation affect my teaching? If anything, it makes me better.
Yeah, is it the
I don't
mattress
know.
at least? Is the mattress at least sick?
No, I need a new one. It's terrible.
I'll copy
It's the
one
worst.
if we get
Okay.
1,000 likes on this video. I'll buy Roxanne a new mattress with my gaming money. No money, no cap.
No cap.
Yo.
Getting a new bed from my best friend's brother.
Actually, 2K likes. I think we'll reach 1K because I'm in it.
Oh, that's sorry. Forgot. Yeah.
My bed.
I don't even have
10K
that
likes,
much money.
$1,000 bed. Okay, you heard it here first.
You heard it here first, folks. So yeah, I just felt like addressing my vestige. Please, actually, if anybody does like my vest, please comment down below.
She's feeling insecure about her vest.
I'm not feeling insecure about my vest. I just want to gather a safe group of people that I can wear my vest around. Okay.
She's gonna be starting
Oh, I
a
have a-
WhatsApp group chat. If anyone wants to put their number,
If
give us your number. We'll put it
yeah,
in the-
I'll start a Discord. We can all discuss vests in the Gap one specifically.
Oh, you know what I'm in chat in Discord now? You know how to work Discord?
No. They invited me though. So guys, like if you want to talk like stuff or whatever, like someone sent like a Discord link or whatever, and then they were like, the TA's invited too, and I was like, well, thanks for the invite. I was like, I'm touched, but
Did you
like I'm
join
not
that?
gonna join the. I can. That's
Can
all,
I
that's
join,
all
please, bro?
unprofessional.
That'd be so funny.
Sure, I'll ask you for the Discord link. I'll be like, hey.
I'll
What's
join
up?
as you.
Oh yeah, that's what we
Me
need.
finance
That's what we need.
questions. I'm gonna give
Physics.
And I'm gonna give them the complete wrong answer to see if they're copying me off the quiz.
Wow, so
Wow,
funny.
No,
wow, beautiful.
I'll sign under as one of the kids.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'll be Jeffrey Lamptey. If you see me in your class, I'm gonna make a random name.
Okay.
I'll be called Jeffrey Lambie, and I'll have a picture as my username, like the icon of a dinosaur. Okay? And if you find me, I'll delete it.
You know what's my favorite thing ever? So back in the day, I think we might have told this on the last time you were on. I don't know, but
Me?
it's an old story, yeah.
Okay.
But
Snowflake.
basically, there's like an app that was going around that was popular, the one that changed your face with like different celebrities and stuff. And then Augustus went and used it on my phone and took a picture of himself and a cat, which I'll put it here. And I took this stupid picture, and it's like it's funny, but it's like not even that funny.
It's not funny at all anymore. It's just a family meme, kind of.
But at the time, like it was kind of funny. It was like haha, but it wasn't really funny. And then, but then he decided to go on my phone like a hacker and delete it. And he was like, haha, deleted it off your phone. And I was like, loser. There's a recently deleted file.
Yeah.
And then so I was like, you can't play me like that, you know.
So
I got to keep it. So then I went and I taped it and I put it on 5 different sources, obviously, and he kept trying to delete it, and then it became just a running joke to resurface that picture in his life.
Nice.
So, like, I put it on, like, I would change his home screen to it on, like, his phone or his laptop. And then his, like, display picture for his, somehow, for his school email is that, it ended up being that.
Nice.
And
No, it was that from grade, like,
from 7. Yeah, I know.
And I didn't know they carry on to high school. So every time I'm in a Zoom call, I have to have my camera on, because if you turn it off, it's just a giant cat picture.
You know you can remove
don't-
it
no.
from pictures?
I'm not going to do that.
I can't.
Okay.
Why would I do that?
It's too deep.
forever.
It's gotta keep
For
it.
life. For life.
But I just find it so stupid, and I'm just like, I can't. I love it, like when he would, like if he joined Zoom and that, like everyone's just like, you know, the letters or whatever,
Yeah.
and then his is just inside of a cat face, and he's visibly like 3 years old, like. But it's just iconic.
You gotta love that.
No one's made a comment about it yet.
That's fair.
But then one birthday, I made him, like. Because I bring it up periodically. Like, one time I got him a mug with it on it. One time I got him, like, a snow globe with it. And then I kind of, like, let it die. We just went at the same time.
Yeah.
Crazy. I kind of let it die off, like, the joke down, because obviously that's what you gotta do. You can't expect unexpected. So then for his birthday last year, I went and I bought a cake with it on it.
I think it was 2 years ago.
Or 2 years, I don't remember, whatever. A poster, a giant poster,
I'm talking about-
stickers. I made a t-shirt about it.
Yeah.
And I made him, like, a whole surprise party, and he was very surprised. I'll insert links, pictures, videos, and that was just
Yeah.
so much.
As well, I had an Instagram post,
Then you knew
the new year. Who looks better?
Oh, yeah.
Old me or new me? And it's a picture of the cat face.
We deleted it because you
And then
can't.
this one person said neither.
Get roasted.
Oh, I love that. I was like, going with this. But yeah, I made him like all that stuff. So then I was like, how much money for you to go on a Zoom call one day in your cat shirt with the cat? You know, you can make the background something.
Yeah,
Like the
and the
cat
cat
face in
mug.
the background, the cat mug.
I said $50. It's
He
a
said
deal.
$50, but you know, is it worth it? I don't know.
Is my teacher
If
gonna kick
this
me out of the
video gets
class?
50 likes, he'll do it.
100 and I'll do it.
100
and $50
likes.
from you.
Okay, yeah. But yeah, that's a tip. That's kind of our we have a really interesting sibling vibe. Like it's very. I feel like if someone like if you're used to it, so it's like the norm.
Yeah.
But I feel like if anyone else kind of said it, and they'd be like, "Is that
The
healthy?
hell?
Like, how are you guys?" Like.
Oh, it isn't healthy. I'm okay with it.
Oh, it's-
I don't look at it and say this is healthy. I'm just saying, like, yeah, this is...
This is it. Just
This
it
is.
works. It works for us. Yes, he calls me names every 10 minutes. Yes, I.
Fat Disgusting Pig is my favorite one. That's because what she called me when I was playing Life in Green.
Okay, let's take a pause and I want you to tell me this story because I have no recollection of the story, so I can't say if it's true or not.
It all started... So, our new favorite dish that really cannot be used against someone, it's like a joke. It's Fat Disgusting Pig because we were all playing, like me,
Life.
Victory Augustus, and I think Yerena?
Nastya.
Nastya and Stefan.
And Yorina.
It was
Everyone
Nastya and Stefan. It
is.
was after their podcast we were
Oh
recording.
yeah.
And then we were playing Life, and literally we were playing, and then
Yeah.
Augustus was like in the lead of Victory was like bankrupt, so he kept
'Cause
stealing
he
money from her.
Yeah.
And then he like brings up a story saying that like, yeah, you know, when we
Yeah.
were younger, you
And Mary was over. I won for the first time. She wins every single time because we always play as my aunt comes over. My aunt comes over like twice every like 2 months. She's come a lot back then, like once every month. And we always used to play Life. That was the thing. And she beat me probably like 30 times in a row. The one game I'm on 2 burgers, a pizza, and wings today. Leave me alone. I had 2 burgers for breakfast.
Yeah.
I'm not even lying. I wish I was. Okay,
Not
so
challenging you.
yeah, so the one time I beat her, I don't know, it was by like maybe $100,000. She says, "You're a fat, disgusting pig, you cheater," in front of my aunt, and my aunt didn't really care. And she called me that, and I forever remember that. And I didn't beat her since until that time, and I kept destroying her, stealing her money, and I was the rich of the rich. I won that game, and then I called her the fat, disgusting pig again, so we're even.
Yeah, so I have no recollection of this, but apparently when I was like 7 and he was like 3 and we played life.
I wasn't 7 and 3.
Whatever.
I was 7,
like
you
12.
were 14.
Okay. I called him a fat, disgusting pig out of rage for beating me somehow in the board game life.
Yeah. You do that to me too. I'm kidding. No.
I never say those things. I'm a nice person, but I guess back in the day when I was 14, I got heated.
Just because you don't say fat, disgusting pig doesn't mean you're a nice person.
Yeah. You
But I'm sorry if I called you a fat, disgusting pig when you were 7.
I'll never.
Held this grudge your whole life.
Never taken
And
it
never
back.
told me till I was 21.
Yeah, that's because that's the only time I beat you in life.
But speaking of board games, this is the one area. There's a couple of things that make me and him fight. I'd say we argue about every day about something.
No, but it's really small.
But it's really
Some
small
days
and it's
big.
so irrelevant. It's so irrelevant, and it's like we do it for. I think we're both people who like egging pushing each other's buttons, kind of, and making each other. Don't even lie, and annoying each other on purpose. So, we argue a lot, but, it's, jokingly, it's not really 100% serious.
Yeah,
We're over it, whatever.
I
But
call her fat, disgusting pig. She called me busted hairline, and then we're all good.
then we're good. It's really healthy. But, there's a few certain areas where we clash heads, especially in recent times, and we just have to avoid these subjects, or it's just not good. One of them is the gaming area. And this is the least intense of them all. Is the board game.
Because you're so... Oh, board games you're talking about.
Yeah. You know why I'm talking about? Can you explain why I get so pissed at you at every board game?
Because I'm literally
cheats. He cheats in every game possible. He finds a way to cheat. And then he makes up some story about how it's not cheating.
Yeah.
And he claims he doesn't cheat.
Yeah.
Is this true?
I never cheat. Okay, guys. Comment down below. Tell me the proper way to play Uno. You put down a 0, the card wrote the whole decks. If I had a deck, I would rotate to Oksana. If the thing's going this way, the flip.
Yeah.
If you put down a 7, you can swap decks with anyone in the game.
No.
That's how it works.
No.
If you put down a 5
That's
and I have a
not the
5, I can jump in.
No.
That is how you play Uno, ladies and
That's how
gentlemen.
you
And
made
they
it
never
work.
play Uno properly, and it makes me so angry. And they make up their own rules.
No, we're playing.
Yeah.
You made up your own rules.
Shut up.
Literally, he literally to moderate my accusation.
Why are you using that word?
I don't know.
Corroborate?
To corroborate my accusation of him always
corroborate?
cheating, he literally was playing Battleship with my 9-year-old cousin. 9 years old. Is she 9? I think she's turning 9.
Yeah, or 10.
She's 8 now. 8-year-old cousin playing Battleship, and then he literally. What did you say?
No, she went to go to the washroom and looked at all her ships.
That's brutal, man.
Against an 8-year-old.
Yeah, you could have beat her anyways. You didn't.
Nah, but I played it off like I didn't know. I got a few misses and then I just hit.
That's terrible.
How awful is this
They
guy?
gotta know how to win. You know what I'm saying?
So never play board games with him because he will most likely always cheat. And so
Depending
that's
if it's a game where it's hard to cheat. The
We're-
cards,
we're-
I always put
we're-
cards in my
no,
pants.
Okay, we were after the podcast with Viet and she stayed over, and then us 4 we played some games together. That
Not
night was.
Durak. You
that
played
was-
Durak when I left.
But Roxanne, she taught us a new card game,
yeah.
and then
It's a 4-player game, and the rules are very strict on every move is very precise or whatever. And literally, Gus is I don't like this game because I can't cheat.
yeah, he's like, I haven't found a way to cheat yet, and I'm like,
It says it all.
so yeah, that's why I get really pissed at him when we play games, and it's so funny because the only time we ever play games is literally when other people come. Because we and him, we can't play together.
That's like me and Anthony. We weren't allowed to play
Unbreakable.
speed because we used to get really into it, and we would want to win so bad that me and him it's him playing with my sister have been fine, me playing with my sister have been fine, But me and him together, like, my dad literally banned us from playing with each other. So, like, I would always go and, like, find people if they wanted to play with me because I wasn't allowed to play with him. And, like, Lisa never wanted to play. So I was like, yeah, now I can't play. And then we played Speed, like, I think like a year after we hadn't played it. And, like, it was still as bad. And we were like, okay. So we're just never playing Speed together ever again.
No, I feel that. That was, like, yeah, that's literally us. We can't play games together. And we used to be like that for, like, Wii games and stuff. And when we had that, now you have, like, your PS4 and stuff, and we're separate. But the specific game was Donkey Kong, because in Donkey Kong, the whole freaking point of the level is not to just run through the level as fast as you can and finish it and then move on to the next. It's to get the K-O-N-G. You have to get all the letters.
When you're bad enough that you can't even pass the level, maybe you should pass
But
the
he
level
likes to
first.
go and run through the whole thing, leave me behind for dead, and not get the letters, and it pisses me off. So, but we had like I remember.
You don't need to get there with no relevance other than your satisfaction, Victory.
Exactly, you should get.
Is your satisfaction that important?
Yes.
No.
Anyways, we never like there we had like I remember we played Donkey Kong years ago when I was so old, and we had some huge fight.
I spent
over
$70 on the game. $70 to play with you. Yes, with my own Christmas money, and we played 1 hour.
We played over 1 hour.
And we never played again.
Never touched it again because we fought so hard. I was like, this is serious. It's like, you know when you hit that limit, you're like, oh, we can't do this. This is not good for our relationship. Like, we would be stop being siblings then.
Nope.
But funny enough, we started playing it recently again because I was like, okay, we fight so much when we play games. That's one of the things. I'm like, this might be entertaining. Why not? What are we doing better doing quarantine? Let's do something together. The only thing we'd ever do together. So we started streaming.
Yeah,
so
you can't plug it here though.
Yeah, I can.
No, you can't.
Why are you looking at me?
But anyways, we stream on Twitch. If anyone is interested in likes, if anyone's interested in likes watching people play games, your average siblings,
YouTube, depending,
probably in the very future. That's So anyways, games section we tend to butt heads.
Yeah,
but
except for Fall Guys, she's bad, and Mario Kart 7, she's awful.
Mario Kart 7,
I'm
unbeatable. But anyways, two of the other places that we fight in. So actually, I don't know if these. I guess they do general money and technology.
Oh my god.
We're gonna relive our top 2 biggest fights ever. Roxanne can, take a look in from an outside perspective. What are they called? The mediators?
Third person view.
No, there's like an arbiter.
I guess mediator, but the fight's already happened.
It's over, it's dead. So our 3 biggest fights that I can think of. 2 of them happened really recently. One of them was a bit of time ago. So the third one, so this kid has some obsession. I think he does it because it pisses me off. Whenever I bought something on Amazon with my credit card because he doesn't have a credit card, and I'm not allowing him to get a credit card until he's 18, by the way, because he's not responsible.
Can you get one without being 18?
Yeah, you can get one now.
Their parents have to sign for it or something.
Yeah, everyone has it but me. Everyone pays with their phone but me. It was all good.
Yeah, you're not responsible.
I'm still paying with frickin'
It shouldn't be that way.
cash.
But anyways, so whenever I order something for him, whatnot, I order it for him, and then I'm like, okay, give me the money for it. Like, if it's something that doesn't benefit me, I'm not gonna pay for it for him. And he's also a cheapskate. May I add, this kid that comes down with gets $200 for his birthday, then he's like, I'm broke, and I'm like, your wallet's popping. So he got whatever. So I'm like, okay, give me the money, and for some reason, this idiot here likes to pay it in coins.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, I know he has the bills, and he decides to give me it in coins. And the first
nickels too, all nickels.
Yeah, I know. I heard. That's pretty good.
And it pisses me off because it's not the first time he did it. Like the first time he did it, I was like really annoyed, but I was like, whatever.
Yeah, but I give you
want
10
the money.
twos.
Yeah, he gave me 10 twos that time, and I was like, yeah, it's freaking annoying. I had to carry on a change purse. And
Well, I was like, why are you rattling your stuff? Remember at church?
What? Why am I rattling?
Someone said to Victory, like, I forgot who it was, but like, they were like, oh, why do you have so many coins or something like that? Or like, why are you rattling so much? Because when you walk away, like,
I had to carry another wallet just for coins. And like, it pissed me off so much. And I remember when he did that, I was like, no, give me my coins. And we got to it, then I was like, whatever. I'll keep it. Then another time, he knows I hate when he does this. And then he went and paid me all in nickels. Okay? He just comes down. Like, at least he has the nice audacity to put them in the rolls. And it just drops like 6 rolls of nickels.
That's pretty
on my
good.
desk. And then I got...
Oh, she just doesn't have to count. Respect it, lady.
Yeah, you're lucky.
So pissed. Because then for me, like... I was so upset. I'm like, take your stupid coins and go to the bank yourself and exchange them for cash. I don't want to, for me, I want to get that cash, put it in my bank account, pay off my credit card, easy. I don't want to go into the bank, especially now with the masks and the standing and the waiting, get them to exchange my bills of my 5 nickels to get $20 and then go put it in my bank account. Like, you go do it
just
yourself.
put nickels directly into your bank account.
No, like not through the machine, the ATM.
But if you're already there to the person, you might as well
No, I
just
don't go to the person, I go to the ATM.
But you have to go to the person to get the bills.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. He could go do that. That's his money. Give me a bill, because he had bills. The thing is that he doesn't...
I don't think you're understanding this part.
I don't want to go to the bank. I want to pay my credit card.
Okay.
Oh, wait, I'm so confused.
I'll talk to you later, because that was really concerning that you don't...
Oh, sorry, I need to look when you're done. When you're done.
Push on my shoulder.
When you're done, I need
Why
to
are you pushed on my shoulder? Get off my shoulder.
It's the gap vest that tracks me.
Wait, what do you mean? I don't go into the bank.
No, I know, but I'm saying, why would you go into the bank?
I didn't go in.
Give your nickels to get bills and then leave.
Okay.
And then go to the ATM to input bills when you can just go into the bank and deposit those nickels. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, I understand. Okay, I didn't think like that. I understand what you're saying, but that still requires me to go into the bank. Like, I just want to go to the ATM, put the bills, and be done.
I understand
This kid's giving me a stupid 10-pound nickels.
But guess what? I gave her $2 more for the service charge, and she didn't even respect
even more
it.
nickels. Yay!
She didn't even respect it.
Honestly, my dad could use those nickels next time.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I bop you. I have a whole thing.
No, not you.
Oh.
I'm saying if you're planning. No, I know, but if he ever gives you change again, I can.
Okay, he'll take care of it.
Yeah.
He got really mad at me. We got a really huge fight. But he guessed who ended up getting the $20 bill in the end. Me.
I threw it at her, and then I called her the B word. But I put fat in front of it.
That's so bad. I'm not propsing you for that.
This is what I mean.
That's terrible. Well, but to be fair, we ended just fist fights.
See, we stopped fist fighting.
We never fist fighted.
We fist fighted when we were at an even level. So when you were 9, I was like
17.
But to be fair, he was still probably stronger than you.
Yeah.
At 9, it was not. It was still not a fair fight.
Fair shot beating up.
No, and it was more,
not really fair. He was way stronger.
Like
than
it was more like a 2 second. She went like, she tried to push me away, and then I just hit her, and she's like, ow! And then she's like, you're not funny, and then she tries to slap me, and then I'll just easily dodge it, because she's so slow.
Were you were here that time when he like threw me off a chair? Do you remember that?
I think I used to have it on video, but like my Snapchat memory is just messed up, so I have to wait for it's the
What
picture
happened
with me
again? I
with
kind of
the-
forgot.
with the goggles because he was trying to get the gun out of your hands, and then you were holding on to it.
Oh, I lifted the gun and I yeeted her off the chair.
And she fell.
Oh man. So yeah, that's I mean, it doesn't sound like the best, healthiest relationship, but literally that same day we were friends again by the end of the night.
Not even like 20 minutes later.
Yeah, like
she's like, you want to go to Dairy Queen? I'm like, sure.
Speaking of Dairy Queen, oh my god.
Oh wow, we have a story on our hands. So every single summer, Dairy Queen releases their summer menu, which has the best blizzard in the whole world. The cotton candy blizzard, the best blizzard. So this lady, Victory, I tell her, it's Corona, I don't want to go in the shop. She says, I'm like, let's go to Dairy Queen. It's almost near the end of the month. It's almost near the end of summer.
Yeah,
Gotta
no, it was
get
end of
the
July.
money.
First time end of July.
End of July. And I'm like, holy, I haven't had my Dairy Queen blizzard yet. Because last summer I had like 18 probably. And then I was like, okay, go in there. Just say medium cotton candy blizzard. Because this is probably my last blizzard we ever had. But the story doesn't end there. She goes in. She says, oh, can I get an M&M blizzard? She gets me an M&M blizzard with M&Ms in it. And she says it, quote unquote, has the cotton candy flavoring inside of it. She screwed with me.
No, this is what happened. I went into
Ah,
the store. First of all, you made this big stink about going to DQ. When you go to DQ, my family wanted to go get bubble tea. Well, me. And
That was the second
Oh, that was
time.
the second time, that's right. But anyways, we went to the first time we went to Dairy Queen. But you did still make a big stink about going there again.
Yeah, because I want my cotton candy blizzard. Have you
Yeah.
tried it before?
No.
Holy.
Because you guys didn't invite me.
So we went to DQ. And then I go in, and he always makes a big, he doesn't want to go in the store, but not because of Corona, because he's lazy and doesn't want to get out of the car. But anyways, he blames it on Corona.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, whatever. So I go in, okay, can I have a cotton candy blizzard? And she goes, we're out.
That's lying. She's lying.
No, I'm not. She said we don't have the sprinkles, but we can do the flavoring. I can put in M&Ms, and I was like, sure. And then he got so pissed off at me, said it was my fault.
Called her fat, disgusting pig.
Yeah, and it was the whole thing. He was so mad. Whatever, but it was the one
Okay,
time.
so that's about a week and a half.
No, we didn't
2
go
weeks
again until the
later.
end of August.
No, it was like 2 weeks later.
No,
3 weeks later.
That's like a month.
Yeah.
Okay, like almost a month later, we were like, okay, let's go get bubble tea. And then like, frick no, you baited me last time. You didn't give me a cotton candy blizzard. You fat disgusting pig. We're going to Dairy Queen. So I make my family drive to Dairy Queen. We get in Dairy Queen, and guess what? She does the same shit again. But guess what?
What?
She gets sprinkles inside of it instead of M&Ms, which is even worse.
Disgusting.
It wasn't my fault. We always end up going to Dairy Queen like half an hour before it closes. Obviously, it's the most popular. It's only summer flavor, so it's really popular. So they run out. So, but then he ended up getting it in the end.
We go to Collingwood. Third time again. We go to Dairy Queen. No, we go to Tim Hortons.
Just cut all of it out.
So we went to Tim Hortons, and I was like, yo, there's no freaking ass on Dairy Queen. I told Victory. She was in the car. She would have waited because my mom was taking a piss in Tim Hortons. So she waited. So she goes, I said, Victory, go to Dairy Queen and get me an actual cotton candy blizzard. Okay?
An actual one.
Yeah.
Yeah, unlike the last 2 times where you absolutely shit on me. So then she says she goes there. Guess what? 5 minutes later, she comes back. Oh, let's go get the cotton candy blizzard. No way.
Raise your voice.
She goes in. Oh, I said, oh no way, she gets the cotton candy blizzard. No way. And then
Stop. Your hands definitely took over the sound.
she says, oh no way, you got the cotton candy blizzard. That's what I said in my head. And then she comes. She's like, yeah, I'm not going to Dairy Queen. I don't want to. There's too big of a lineup. I said, get off your ass cheeks.
As he's sitting in the car on his phone, and he didn't even want to go to Tim Hortons.
I said, get off your bum, walk your feet over to Dairy Queen, and get me a cotton candy blizzard. So then she's like, no, I'm not going to do it. And then my dad was like in the car, so he was like, no, she's not leaving. And then my mom comes back. I'm like, Mom, can you get me the cotton candy blizzard? She's like, oh yeah, sure. So she has to go into the store, gets it for me.
Wow.
That's the first time I've ever had the cotton candy blizzard.
And last. It's out of the stores
And
now.
last.
Well,
Was
hey,
it good?
come back next summer.
Yes. But I only had it once.
You had it 3 times. You just didn't have the...
Disgrace. Okay.
Yeah, Victory. Gosh.
So apparently it was my fault that Dairy Queen ran out of cotton candy sprinkles, but...
No, it's your fault that you didn't ask for them.
Ooh, yeah, Victory.
Every time. But yeah, that was the cotton candy story.
Cotton candy store.
But yeah, food is another thing where we argue a lot because he always takes my food and we have to hide it. Like, me and my family conspire against him and find new spots to hide things in because he will eat it, anything in sight. Like, even if he doesn't like it, he'll eat it, which is another issue.
That's literally baked and cooked. Like, he was like, this is disgusting, and then he ate the whole thing, and we were like, we're afraid of you. But it happens. Sometimes it's not really that bad. You just gotta hype it up for the cameras.
Yeah.
I mean.
Right? That our cakes were delish.
It tastes like shit. Except for Roxanne's, hers was fine. Except for her.
You said you like mine better, and you'd eat mine again.
Because yours looks nice. I thought it was Roxanne's, that's why.
See, I told you they literally.
No, she honestly won. You know why? I'll tell you why. Because your icing,
Home now?
your icing was just not it. Because I thought it was actually Victory's because it tastes like dog shit. It tastes like. It tastes like toothpaste without the tooth. You know what I mean?
Augustus, there was no mint. It was just colored. You can't say it tastes bad because I know it tasted like icing because that's what it was. It was just blue. Fight me. Anyways.
That was that. So yeah, where did that even... I don't even know where that came from. That came from our penny fight, or the nickel fight. Another fight we had... I'll go in order. The next one, big one, was actually when... So basically, this guy likes computers and CPUs and all...
Oh my god, she's so dumb.
This whole tech... He's a very big tech guy. So he likes to build PCs.
Good question. I'm so finished. I just watched Line Detectives for like the 24 hours.
Cool.
Yeah.
So he loves building PCs. So he's taken apart his whole PC like for fun himself and just rebuilt it.
Yeah, that's what happens when I'm bored.
Yeah, he just takes everything apart and rebuilds it. Whatever. Cool hobby. Not for me, but whatever. We accept it. So one day decides he's like, Victory, your computer is like whatever. It's 10 years old now.
It's just past 10 years.
Just
a
past
year ago.
Yeah, so he's like, I'm gonna take it apart and put it together. I was like, I don't know. Like, I don't want you to lose my stuff. I don't want it to break because at that time I didn't have a laptop.
Yeah, she was on the phone.
And that was like my
well, too bad. And I hung up.
Yeah, and he was like, too bad. And then I wasn't home, so I came home. My whole PC was taken apart, and I was like, okay, well, you better not lose anything. Whatever. You
can't lose it. Because the hard drive, it would always be, unless there's a hard drive malfunction. Because
Yeah.
you can't even lose it. Even
Yeah,
if
your
your whole
files.
PC fried, I could take your hard drive, put it in my computer, and your whole files would be there.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, whatever. But anyways, I was like, don't break it. It's like working fine. Well, you know, fine as it goes.
Fine was really strong pushing it.
Whatever, so he cleaned it, put it back together.
Yeah, you know how much dust was in there? It took me like an hour and a half just to clean. I didn't even have compressed air back then.
Wow.
He's
working hard for you.
I know. Anyways, he built it.
Yeah, and it
put
didn't
it back
work.
there. And it didn't work the first time.
Well, that's because there was a RAM failure. Because turns out, if my PC boys will know, there was 4 sticks of DDR3 RAM in there, and technically, I put one in, like, cause you know they're right beside each other, so I put one in sideways, and I pressed down, and I heard a snap, and I was like, oh, that's fine, and then I just put it in the right spot, and turns out that RAM stick broke, and then I took out the RAM stick, and I couldn't figure out what it was, when there was a red dot flashing on the motherboard that said RAM issue. I still didn't click in my head that it was the problem. So my friend that's really good with computers, he came over the other day and he's like, yeah, but the RAM doesn't work. So we just took out 2 of your sticks and now you have 8 gigs instead of 12.
Nice.
I mean 8 instead of 16, my
You
bad.
never told me that.
RAM doesn't worry unless you're at...
RAM is good.
Unless you're editing.
You really ruined your computer. RAM is the worst thing to...
So you did! Make it slower.
Not really though, because I can put more. No, I could put.
Yes,
12.
you did make it slower.
I can put 3 sticks in there, but I just don't want to, because it's usually the rule's kind of 2 or 4,
Yeah,
or else you're gonna overclock or bend. I don't know what it's called.
But there used to be more, so you literally just slow her computer down.
It didn't slow it.
Yeah.
RAM is how much it doesn't slow the computer at all. If you
have more RAM,
it's just how much
faster. Because it's random access memory. It remembers.
Okay, maybe just a little bit.
Well, you're getting exposed here.
Yeah, but I'm not trying to buy DDR3 RAM memory anymore. So
Well, you should have.
Okay, well, you can buy me whatever's new.
There's 2 sticks.
Since you broke it.
I did not.
You just said you heard a crack.
Anything. Here, I'll get the stick that's broken.
Okay, it's okay. So show me after. But anyways, so he builds it, whatever, and he fixed it. It worked again, and then ever since he fixed it though, you can hear, like, it sounds like my computer's gonna blow up. Like, the fans are insane. Like, it never did that before.
There's one fan in it.
Whatever. Well, it sounds like a million. It literally sounds like it's gonna blow up. Like, when I use it, mainly...
It's like a wind turbine a little bit.
Yeah. This happens, though, when I use the editing software that I use to edit our videos.
Yeah, because the RAM's getting used too much.
Yeah, so now it all makes sense.
Hey, well, I'm getting you a new computer anyway, don't worry.
I'm like, he had his whole grand scheme. He just break my computer so he can give me his and get it. But anyways, so he did this, and whatever. Since then, like the thing goes fast, and whatever. It's like the program loads pretty. I think it's okay. It's not the fastest, but it's like it was a decent. It's a decent. And then I was editing the net worth video, and then forget. The net worth video, and on that video, there's lots of, like, layers. I don't know, and when I put lots of layers of things, it tends to go slower, and I guess, whatever, the RAM, I don't know. But for some reason, the things I've done it before in other videos of ours, but for some reason, that video, I don't know, something happened, and then VideoPad editor, what I used, stopped working. And it was so slow, and then I was like, what the heck's happening? And I spent so long, like, adding all those layers. I was like, I cannot do that again. Like, I'll lose my mind, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, this is what's happening. And he's like, I don't know. Then all of a sudden, the computer shuts. No. Then, so it didn't work for, like, a day. And I was like, okay, I'll wait till the next day. The next day comes, I try to load it. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to let it load, then I'm going to put it on my hard drive, and I'll edit it on his computer. Whatnot. So I'm like, yeah, but the goal is just to get it loaded and then put on my hard drive. I'm not going to even try editing it because it was so slow. It kept shutting down. Like, I'd do something, like the night before I would edit something, then it would shut down and I'd lose that. And I was like, no.
Turns
not happening that again. Yeah, so then, and this is like, why are you on this cable? Let me switch this cable.
As soon as it loaded up, right?
As soon as it's loaded, yeah.
Because she wasn't on HDMI for her monitor, and it was really cheesing me. She was on the blue thing with the screws. I don't even know what it's called. It's probably from, like...
those ones?
which wasn't even on HDMI. So I'm like, why the heck are you on this cable? So I pull it out, and then the computer just breaks right there.
The computer just went black in the middle of me. Like, all I wanted to do was put it on the hard drive. I didn't want to edit it. And I just went, like, insane. Because I was so frustrated. I was so frustrated because the night before I kept losing stuff. And I was so upset. And then literally I was like, don't change the cable till I'm done. Let me put it on the hard drive, then go to town on it. And he didn't listen. He's like, this won't affect it. This won't affect it.
It usually doesn't though. I do it to my computer all the time.
Yeah, but still, you should have
pulled
done
it,
it. You should have
Don't you take out HDMI?
And then we turned it on again, and it was like, the computer completely overheated, and it was this whole thing, and I got so pissed at him. I was yelling, he was yelling. I was like, you broke a computer.
No, I didn't.
My parents got involved again. Like, it's only intensified when the parents get involved, and they got involved. I was barking her head off, and I was like, it was really bad. But again, I think by the next day we were friends again, so don't worry about it.
Not until your computer breaks again.
Not until it breaks again, and I will yell at him saying that he broke it. And now I have proof.
Yeah, no matter what happened,
Yeah,
I didn't break it.
Well, ever since you touched it, I never had issues before you touched it, just saying.
I never broke it though.
But anyways, yeah, that was our second biggest fight. And our top fight, sorry, it's taking forever, but it's okay. It's okay. Give us something to talk about. Our top fight. This is where you can weigh on in this.
What's
I think
our top fight? I
kind
actually have no clue.
I'm gonna trigger a memory. So
Probably are.
back in the day, I had right before you got a phone. Remember this?
That wasn't our biggest fight.
That was pretty bad. That was the worst.
That was not.
Okay,
maybe
tell
in
me
your.
we can tell me about your
I'm
fight.
chilling there. Because she gave me her phone.
Yeah, so this is how
Her
it works.
6S.
I gave him my old phone. When I got the X, I gave him the 6, that was his first phone, whatnot. Long story short, he somehow finessed the world and ended up getting an iPhone XR somehow, some way. I don't know how, I still am in shock of how he still has a really good phone at his age. But anyways.
Slowing down the phone until it does barely
he got it. And so he got a new phone. So he's like, hey, I'm going to sell this phone. And then I was like, whoa, hold up. Like, that's...
No, it was not until after you sold it. And then you're like, yeah, where's my... Oh, so I sold it for like dirt cheap, bro. I could have sold it for like triple the value of what I sold it for, but I sold it for that because I was a nice person. He was my friend.
Yeah.
He had the shittiest phone I've ever seen in my life, and I gave him one of those cases that you have too.
Yeah.
So I sold him that for, I'm not gonna say the price, but I sold him it for very not expensive. And then she's like, okay, well, where's my? So I come home from soccer practice because he was on my soccer team, and she's like, oh yeah, where's my money? I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, the phone you sold. That's my old phone. That's my money. So, yeah. And then I was like, no, it's my money, because it's my phone. You handed it down to me. And then my dad was on my side. Mom was on your side, because Dad's like, yeah, he gave it to you. You snooze, you lose. You could have sold it once you got your iPhone X.
No, but she was doing it out of the kindness of her heart.
Yeah.
See,
That's
you do
what
have to think about that. She did give it to you. She could have sold it to you. Here's the thing, if she sold it to you and you ended up selling it for a higher price after you're done with it, you're in the right, but I would have to argue with victory. Or at least go halvesies on the money.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, give me half. I'm like, okay, this is the thing. I understand. See,
I want to buy something with it. I don't even know what I bought with it though, but I wanted to buy something really bad with that money.
I see where I was like kind of being like an annoying kind of sister, but at the same time, because the thing was with that phone, I bought it from Rd, like with my money. Like it wasn't, Mom and Dad didn't buy it. I bought it, like whatever the down payment for what it was. Also, I bought that case too. May I add the charging case?
Yeah.
I Mary bought that for you. Shut up. Mm-hmm.
Okay, whatever.
Whoa.
I bought the case, but still, I bought the phone. I know I bought that for sure.
Best Buy, Boxing Day.
No, it wasn't Best Buy. It was the day of the bazaar. I remember that so clearly. I made Dad drive somewhere, and they didn't have it. But anyways, but I bought the phone with my own money. And, like, I knew he was thinking of selling it, but I was like, oh, he'll give me half. He knows it. It's my phone. But I forgot this guy, when it comes to money, is, like, the way he is. So he sold it. And I was like, give me half. Like, it's my phone. But I also understand the concept that, like, when you give something to someone, like, you can't ask for it back. And, like, that, too. But, like, if it was someone, like, I don't know, I gave my phone to, like, someone else that I wasn't really close with, and they sold it, I wouldn't be like, give me half of the money. Like, without paying them.
But that's a different story.
Yeah, but since he was my brother, I was like, you owe me half the money. Like, I wouldn't...
What were you gonna do with that money anyway?
I don't care.
You're gonna donate it to charity? No.
No, but it's like I think it's the principle of the matter because like for example like Nadia her dad's old phone she gave it to me to use for a little while and then I bought my new phone and she was like I could have sold that but she was like oh like actually my mom needs a new phone could I like have it back because like it's perfect timing. It would be mean if I said no screw you gave me something and I can't help you out.
Did she actually? Was that a real story?
Yeah.
Nadia needed her phone back?
Her mom still has it to this day. She took good care of it. So.
Like, I don't mind that you gave it to your friend and told her. I think that's very nice. But,
yeah.
Like, I was like,
yeah.
I got pissed. And then he wouldn't budge past giving me, like, 10%. I think I only
$20. No.
I only got $20 from that in the end.
You only got 25.
25 maybe.
That was mom's money, by the way, as well.
Yeah, I know.
Because I was actually moving mom. She just gave me $25. She's like, give this to your sister. I'm like, okay. Win-win.
Yeah. But anyways, we got into a huge fight. That was I think was our biggest fight. And then, it went even further. And was that the one where we started hiding each other's stuff?
Nice.
Remember when you went and took 5 things from my room and then you hid them? And then I went and took your wallet?
Yeah, I put them on my Snapchat story. Who wants Fitbit Ultra 2? $60. Who wants a Beats Pill? $50. It was so funny.
I think it wasn't even that big of a deal, but we just made it into such a huge deal.
Yeah, I just posted a bunch of her stuff on my Snapchat story for really cheap.
He stole my stuff and then hid it all out, and then I was like, no, so I went and stole his stuff and hid it in my room, and then...
And now, to this day, she took my Thrasher shirts and she sold them and she's like, oh, here's 10% now.
No, I didn't sell them. Dad gave them away at Value Village on accident. So.
That's pretty funny.
I was so mad because my friend was gonna buy my hoodie, my 2 t-shirts for $50, and then I was like, yeah, where's my t-shirt? Dad's like, oh, that bag I gave to Value Village.
Yeah,
so now some kid at Value Village
is
gonna
karma.
That's karma.
And
that's in that bag too,
karma.
I don't know if you remember that yellow Adidas jacket I bought for like over $100 because I had it impulse buy and I hated it after.
No, because that was our bag.
Sell that.
No, because me and Victory, we cleaned both of our closets and we're like, yeah, I'll start up a Depop. We're gonna sell a bunch of this stuff that we put in this bag. And he gave it all away. Every single piece of clothing that we had.
That was hurt. And then I was like, okay, at least I'll go to someone who will use it and like it.
That was our good deed.
Yeah.
Our good deed.
But that one stung a bit. But yeah, that's
stung a lot.
So those are some of our biggest fights. It tends to just be about money and or technology of him breaking my computer.
Maybe there.
Can you think of any more big fights? No, I think those are our biggest. We don't really fight big like that.
Thumbnails.
Yeah. That's a time, but you know we are BFFs, right?
No, screw you. I love Roxanne for life.
Same. You and my dad conspire with Augustus's love life.
It's not my love life.
I freaking love your
it's
dad.
It's a literal
literally
joke.
like, because, okay, first of all, his dad's excited about a girl that comes to church just to see Augustus.
It's
and
not
like,
just to
he
see
goes to
me.
Victory and he's like, yo, did you see the girl? And Victory's just kind of like, yeah. And I'm like, and then he like comes to me and I was like, yeah. Like, and then so like he's like, oh, did she come this week? And I'm like,
she starts
like,
typing up my dad and his crazy like theories.
Because that's why me and my sister and my dad are like, we like whenever Andri honestly, whenever he even talks to a girl, we're like, did she get the rose? Like, we like joke he's like the Bachelor. But yeah.
Yeah, so my dad and her were like hyping each other up about Augustus. Augustus and you're like, oh my god, I'm like, why are you encouraging my dad's crazy? Like,
we give each other like we fill each other in on like
he
the
tells
weeks
that to all my
miss.
friends who drive to soccer. He's
You're
like,
welcome.
oh, you know who started coming to church?
I would do that if I was your dad.
You and my dad were literally like laughing through like the windows of the cars. I was like, what the heck's going on?
Literally, like he turned to me. He was like, "Yeah," and I was like, "I see you."
So stay tuned for updates on Augustus's love life with
Yeah.
girl at church. Miss Big Girl at church.
Not real.
But yeah, oh my god, speaking of church, we all volunteer at our church now.
Are you gonna talk about the guy with his last name Zed?
Oh well, I'm sure now that you brought it up, but
That's what happened today. It was so embarrassing.
But there's like, so we volunteer for obviously COVID like screening,
Getting
I guess.
hashtag school hours.
Getting hours. I don't know, just volunteering to help
signing
out.
people in.
Like we sign people in, and there's like candles you can light up. So
For the people.
Can light up candles, but then
No,
one
we
of us-
light them
one
up.
of
They
has
pay
to-
for the
yeah,
candles.
We have to light them
so
up
easy.
to
Said,
eliminate
so
touching.
bad.
And he used to do the candle job, and he literally acted like it was a customer service like sales job. Like he was getting commissions. Like people would come up. Like I once sat across from him because I usually like sign people in, but the one time I did candles, I like watch his like what he does. So, like someone comes up, he's like, "Hi, like how are you doing today?" He's like,
I'm trying to be nice.
"Which one do you want?" Like I know, like it's to a point where you're like expecting a tip, and you don't get.
Yeah, I was expecting it.
You don't get
There's
tips.
no way. I'll tell you this one story, okay?
Okay.
So this one lady, She lights her candle. She's walking back. She turns around. She opens her wallet. She pulls out a 20. She walks right towards me. I'm like, say less, say less. I take it. She's like, oh yeah, can you just put it in the box for the Ukrainians? I'm like, dang. Dang, man.
So close.
Yeah.
So close.
So close.
But it was so funny, like, how he treated all, like everybody's, and he's like, thanks for stopping by, like, thanks for
I
coming.
can't do candles again because I feel so bad.
Why?
Because they're all like, oh, we miss you. You don't do candles anymore.
I know. He was
I don't
want to
do it
guy,
again
and then he
because I have
switched.
to witness the ladies.
He switched. Why?
I don't know. It made me sad because they're like, oh, you're back at this job this week.
I know they want good candles, but he doesn't want to do candles anymore. He has to open the door, which he sucks at.
Yeah, you're the worst at that, honestly.
And then today he did because we were short on volunteers, so he did the signing people in.
Never doing that again.
And the thing is, like, it's like a fat booklet, and like you have to scan the last names, and it's by last name, and it's like a lot of people. But like, and it's fine when there's like one or two, but then there's like that period of time where it's a rush of people,
right
and it
5
gets so
o'clock, right before when
overwhelming.
church
Like,
starts.
literally, like when I do that job, I'm like saying the alphabet in my head, like making sure, trying to find it. Like now, I kind of got used to it. I'm recognizing some people, so it's like easier for me. But it's the first time he did that, and then again, I was like, "Can you even read?" And he was like, "Yeah," but it was funny because he was like kind of struggling today. How was it for you?
Very awful.
And it's intense.
I'm like A, B, C, D. This one lady said J, and I was like almost at the end of the alphabet. She's like, my name's J. I'm like, yes, I know. I keep scrolling back to the end of the alphabet because I thought it went like W, J, Y, Z.
Yeah, that's the alphabet.
Yeah, and then she's like, my name starts with J. I'm like, I know, I'm getting to that. It's my first day, leave me alone. So I keep scrolling to Z. I'm like, oh crap. I just realized, like, I must have missed it. I start over it. The lady's like, she just stands there.
It's intense because like the thing is, people don't they're just one person. So they're like, find my name, can I go? They don't realize that you're sitting there and have to find like a million people's names. You don't remember theirs from the last week. Like it's.
And this one lady
really? I've never felt that.
Oh.
She put her envelope on the table.
It's high stress for me.
She put her envelope on the table. I'm like, I don't need this. Why are you giving this to me? She's like, it's for my name. I'm like, oh my god, I'm sorry.
I guess it's because like I'm used to literally absolute garbage people approaching me, so I feel like this is like even when like they're kind of rude, I'm like, I'll take it, you know, over freaking hey you, come here.
Give me some ice cream.
No, it was I messed up his burger and like he was like, I want you to make me a new one. I was like, joke's on you. I'm just gonna stand in the back there a couple minutes and then come back out. Stupid, but.
Okay,
yeah,
well,
I
you
can
can
see how
tell
it's stressful
about
for you guys.
the guy from...
Oh yeah, so some guy came in and I guess he said whatever Zed and he couldn't find the name. He's like, I can't find you, and then the guy was walking and then...
He's like, I've been parishioner of this church for 20 years and you can't find my name? I was like, I'm sorry! And then he just stormed off and walked out.
We didn't know he wasn't
No,
mad.
he
But then he's
wasn't
like, can you
mad.
find my name? And then I literally go to Zed and like, yeah, right here. And then, like, how do you not find Zed? There's usually, like, 10 people's last name with Zed, like, of all letters.
Yeah.
And it was
I
literally
couldn't
right
hear
there.
him. I couldn't understand him.
Yeah, that's true. They spell the things out like really fast, and I'm kind of like, bro, relax. Like you're
That
not.
is
It's not a
true.
race.
And this one lady says this thing with the last name, and there's just 4 people with the same last name. So I was like, are you John? She's like, no. Are you Andrew? She's like, no. Are you Michael? She's like, no. Are you Mary? She's like, no. Are you Maria? She's like, yeah. And there's like 5 people. I'm just keep naming. She's like, no.
It's intense. Are you gonna do that job again or no? Is that
Maybe
not
one
for
more
you?
time. Maybe one more time.
Give it another shot.
Yeah. Like,
Your
people
comeback.
miss you at the candles. You gotta go back to candles. Give us a thumbs up if you should go back to candles.
I will not go
Leave a
back
comment
to
down
candles.
below what job you think he should do
But
next
yeah,
week.
that's
I'll not
that's
go back to
volunteering.
candles.
You're getting all your hours at least.
Yeah,
This
I
is
like
a good-
opening the door.
Getting smart. Get your hours.
Done.
Well, you have to be there anyways.
Yeah.
Before we wrap this up, we got it.
it's
Oh, I have 2 more things to talk about. So one thing is Augustus has ability to just befriend anyone, and just
So true.
just
I can find someone's likes and interests in like 3 seconds, and then I just lie to say I like that as well, and we become best friends like off the start.
like not even
No,
that.
I just be friends with anyone.
Literally, we've had like tech issues with our internet and like his AirPods. Oh, we should talk about AirPods, but and stuff like that. So when he calls service people, he starts telling them the life stories. They're making jokes. They're cracking up. They're having
No,
a
the
blast.
service people do it. they crack jokes because I'm cracking jokes. And I'm like, I love you, right? She's like, oh, would you like to do a survey about you today? I'm like, I won't do a survey, but I love you.
Like, he was on the phone with, like, the Apple
lady.
And then he all of a sudden, like, I turned from one second, I turned back, he's telling her, like, yeah, my sister, she spilled the whole matcha latte on her laptop, and, like, he's telling her my life story.
Yeah, the
like,
second we went to buy her new MacBook. Yeah, by the way, my sister spilled the matcha latte on her old laptop, that's why she's here.
And then, like, literally, he was on the phone with the internet guy once, and then he was, like, just talking all up about his computer and his specs and all of this, and I'm like, what the heck? There's one time we went to, like, a Nation's, the grocery store. He bought a huge bag of candy. I need to go to the bank.
That was amazing!
He walked...
I still remember Randy to this day, bro.
How does he remember his name? I don't know. Anyways, we walk into the bank, and then I don't know, they made a...
No, it was $1 for 1,000 candies, I think. And it was those ones that you get at the haircutting place. Like, the green circles. So funny. It was 5 minutes before they closed. And then... they're all like packing up there in like the main area. Victory's doing her bank. I'm like, what's up, guys? You want some candy? I'm like, don't worry, I didn't drug them. And then I gave one to everyone. I'm like, you want some more? And I'm like, ooh, Santa Claus.
He's like throwing them across the...
I was throwing them across the hall.
Bank, and I'm like,
I just threw them at everyone. It was so funny.
They're laughing. I'm like, you've been here for 1 minute, max. This other time, it was take your kid to work day. And he went to work with my aunt at the time, and then that place that he went...
At the time? And she's not your aunt anymore?
No. At that time, because I worked there for 2 years, so then he went with my aunt, because my aunt ended up working there, and then I went to go pick him up so I could say, like, hi, everyone, and catch up with everyone. I walk in, he's, like, leans back on the chair, like, bag of chips, he's, like, chatting up to, like, 2 of the guys there.
You missed it. When you came in, I had a box of grapes and I was throwing them into...
No, I was there, and then he starts throwing grapes across the room into, like, one of the other guys' mouths, and I'm like...
He was sick. He caught almost everyone. He was like this, yeah.
I'm like, how? Does this guy just... Like, we're so opposites. I think that's the one thing that is good about us, is that, you know, we got that balance. Like, yeah, we fight, but in the end, we're friends, and we balance out each other's out.
She's smart, I'm dumb.
No, you're smart in your own ways.
Yeah. They say dumb people.
Well... You're better than me in the math.
Yeah.
That's science.
I mean, science better than you in math.
Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure just about anyone's better than that.
Aria's better.
Okay.
Probably, yeah.
But yeah, that's our complete opposites. Like,
yeah, everyone
I'm
loves
so
me
quiet.
more than her.
Well,
sometimes.
You know, I'm quiet, and then he's
depends the type
very
of person
loud,
there.
as you can probably.
And I will state the obvious.
Okay, yeah. He will. He's more blunt.
Yeah, very.
But, you know, balance, that's all the good things. But, we'll close it. Oh, shoot. Oh, this reminded me of another thing. About when I said the MacBook thing. Also, it's not fair that he has some kind of, like, stroke of luck going through it. Like, literally. So, long story short, I think I told this before, but basically I spilled a whole matcha latte on my old laptop, and it completely broke when it was perfectly fine, would have lasted forever. Does this kid... So, do you know those trays? When you cook maybe chicken or fish, but then there's
water
underneath
and
it.
you put the tray on top of the tray, and then you put the tray in the oven.
No, I've never seen that.
I think it's as a replacement if you don't have like a broiler, I don't know, something, a party oven,
Steamer,
but
maybe,
there's like a special tray that it's like a baking sheet, but
so like,
there's a tub of water
so like
underneath.
That's when Drake came with the song with Future. It was like, haven't done my taxes, I'm too turned up, and he was holding like food in the tray because he was like a delivery boy. And then I me and Victor are upstairs, and then I'm like, yo, Victory, look, I'm Drake. Haven't done my taxes. I trip. I spill all the fish and the fish water on my computer.
On his laptop. He spilled the whole fish water on his laptop. Does his laptop not even, like, blink? It's perfectly fine. Works like a charm.
Oh, the keyboard didn't work, but then it worked again. Because I put it in 10, a bunch of water fell out. It was all
like, good. Does he not, like, literally a whole tray of, like, a full-on tray of fish water?
And the fish.
Nice.
And we ate that night, because I was like, don't tell my man, I don't want to tell her, like, $20 fish just on my computer.
Nice.
And then, like, I spill matcha latte, not even the full thing, like, it just, whatever, half of it on it, and gone forever. But hey, that's us for you. But to end it off, before we go off, so one thing that me and Roxanne have in common about our brothers is that both of our brothers are bath takers. But,
yes,
you know, Augustus is not a proud bath taker, and we gotta change that.
I am a very proud one.
You know, he's very proud.
In front of people I'm comfortable with. Like, Taras, I take baths.
You tell Taras you take baths?
Yeah.
For
For my
fun?
muscles.
Well, that's not a
See, he
bad
uses
bath
this
taker.
excuse that
Okay.
so we found out that he tells
In
us.
my defense, I will say I will state it right here, this now podcast, and I promise you that. The doctor says, she said, well, do you take baths? That was like, I think 3 years ago. She's like, no. She's like, baths really help your muscles. So that night, Mom sent me a bath. I was like, yo, this is freaking sick. I have alone time. This is insane. I'm alone. I'm exhausted from people. And then I just took them, and it's for my muscles. It was genuinely meant for my muscles.
Okay, so it
She said
started
at least,
for your muscles, but
she
now
said
it's
at
now
least
for
2 to
your-
3
your-
times a week.
yourself.
Nice.
Yes.
He loves his bubble baths.
I never took a bubble bath
bombs.
once in my life.
Don't go
Bath
change
bomb.
that.
Bath bomb I took.
Yeah.
Never bubble bath.
Epsom salts.
Bath
this is
fizzers, Epsom salts, yes. Candles, one time for a video.
Oh, yeah, that's right. If this video gets 10 likes, I'll release this.
10? No, 10's way too much.
I'll release.
10's way too little. Oh,
I'll
100
release a
likes.
secret video of Augustus' how to take a perfect bath.
100
So,
likes.
Be there.
Let us know.
Yeah, I don't have a shirt on, so 100 likes.
But yeah, he likes to take baths. We're just saying that out. Say it loud and proud.
I like to take baths sometimes for my muscles.
I saw he was testing his friends. And he was like, I gotta take the group chat with the boys, and he was like, I'm gonna go take a bath. And I think his friends like, what? And he's like, it's for my muscles. And I was like,
Yeah,
gotta be
they gotta
proud.
learn to respect.
We literally went on like a staycation, and he made us come back early from like, the point was to be outdoors, and he made us come back early to the place because there's a giant tub in it, so you want to take a bath.
Nice.
How was that bath?
Quite cold because we ran out of the hot water because it was a massive tub. It was
Massive.
pretty nice.
All
Yeah,
right.
thanks for coming on our podcast. Although we talk mostly in this podcast about our fights, that's very minor. You know, there's a lot of fun
10
times.
likes and I'll be on a podcast in the future. But probably not because they're going to say they don't like me. That's what I put. I wasn't on a podcast for a year because last podcast was a big flop.
Yeah, it was.
And I was roasting Victory so hard. I don't know what happened.
It'll be nice to see. Go watch the other 2 ones with him because you can see his growth. Literally.
Yeah, maybe we'll have one in another 3 years from now.
Yeah. Anyways,
A lot to
thanks.
unpack.
Thanks for coming on
Thanks
the podcast.
for coming.
Thanks for doing our thumbnails.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're welcome.
We cannot do without you. Actually, you probably could. Thumbnails
Yeah.
are not.
My thumbnails are hard.
I didn't say hard. I was
You want
gonna
to try
say
to
they're
do my
not that big
thumbnail?
of a deal,
Yeah,
are
but
they?
you want to do... They really are, because that's what makes you click on the video. But do you want to do one on your phone? You can try. You can make it as good as mine. Absolutely not. I have so many tools. I can make mine insane.
But you don't want to use them. Literally, his friend had to show him how to use one of the tools.
Got him. You
But
got
anyways.
Augustus there.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen.
And remember,
They're
kids.
kids.
Don't do too
much.